The laughter wasn't supposed to leak outside Studio 8H, but according to whispers now exploding around NBC corridors, somebody inside Saturday Night Live allegedly wanted Meghan Markle to hear every single second of it personally. And that changes everything. Because what started as one savage Colin Jost punchline is suddenly turning into something darker, messier, and way more deliberate behind the scenes. The internet thought Meghan was furious over the joke itself, but insiders are now claiming the real explosion happened after reports surfaced that several SNL writers allegedly pushed the segment harder because they were personally exhausted with the Sussex narrative dominating headlines for years. Suddenly, this stops looking like random comedy and starts looking like revenge disguised as entertainment.
This is SNL Saturday Night Live actually in America, not this new UK version, but the American version on Weekend Update has gone for her again. And this was the most savage tick yet. I mean, they actually call her a tick. Watch this.
Yeah.
Okay. King Charles visited the U.S. to mark the 250th anniversary of American independence from Britain and to seek the release of a British hostage being held by an American.
I tried so hard. Did you like it?
I'm almost speechless.
Oh man, it's so funny, Dan. It's so funny.
Saturday Night Live once again slams Meghan Markle as she is spiraling after burning all of the bridges.
The timing alone feels almost suspicious when you line everything up carefully. 3 days before the live broadcast, rumors quietly begin circulating through entertainment gossip accounts that NBC executives were nervous about backlash surrounding the Weekend Update segment. Not because the joke wasn't funny to the audience, because according to alleged production chatter, the original wording was apparently even harsher before final revisions. And when those whispers hit social media, royal watchers immediately started asking the same dangerous question. If this was the toned-down version, then what exactly got removed before airtime? That's the details suddenly making Meghan's reaction look far more intense than people first realized, because sources tied to entertainment blogs began claiming the Duchess allegedly believed the joke crossed beyond ordinary satire and into targeted humiliation territory. Not political humor, not celebrity roasting. Personal. That word keeps resurfacing everywhere now. Personal. And the reason it keeps sticking is because the structure of the segment felt unusually direct from the very beginning. Colin Jost didn't deliver the line like casual late-night comedy. He delivered it like somebody already knew the audience would explode before the punchline even landed. And they did. The crowd reaction inside Studio 8H reportedly shocked even people connected to the production itself. Some audience members were allegedly still laughing several seconds after Jost moved on to the next topic. Clips spread online so fast that by sunrise the next morning, Meghan's name was attached to trending conversations across multiple countries simultaneously, not just America. Britain, too. Suddenly, the same woman once marketed globally as a royal fairy tale symbol was being turned into a recurring comedy reference point across primetime television.
Markle is once again getting trolled. Oh, poor Meghan, the most trolled person in the entire world. The hatred for Meghan is all over the place. She has burned way too many bridges, so it doesn't surprise me at all. And hence why we're getting jokes like this, because she's become the joke. Meghan Markle is completely a joke at this point.
Listen, I brought Meghan Markle, whatever her name is, to my my Deal or No Deal celebrity golf tournament. She was one of my Deal or No Deal girls that were, she was a caddy for all of my celebrities.
Yeah, everyone wants to.
But what allegedly sent Meghan into full frustration mode wasn't just the clip going viral. It was the leak that followed afterward. Because now, according to multiple gossip-heavy entertainment spaces, whispers are spreading that one SNL writer privately described the Sussexes as too easy for satire material. That phrase detonated online instantly. Too easy. And once people heard that wording, the conversation shifted completely. Critics began accusing the show of building an entire comedy ecosystem around humiliating Harry and Meghan repeatedly, because audiences now react automatically whenever their faces appear on screen. And honestly, the pattern is becoming impossible to ignore. Look at how the framing evolved over time. In earlier years, Harry and Meghan were treated like novelty material, awkward royal outsiders entering a stiff institution. But now, the jokes land differently, sharper, deeper, colder, almost emotionally detached. That's why this latest situation exploded harder than usual, because viewers noticed something uncomfortable hiding underneath the laughter. Nobody inside that audience sounded hesitant anymore. The reaction came instantly, reflexively, like the crowd had already been conditioned to respond before the joke even finished forming. That realization reportedly hit Meghan's camp hard, because according to fresh online speculation, people close to Montecito allegedly viewed the SNL segment as proof that mainstream American entertainment has shifted dramatically against them behind closed doors. That's the bigger fear quietly floating around celebrity circles now. Not one joke, not one comedian, a larger atmosphere change. The sense that powerful media platforms no longer see the Sussexes as inspirational figures, but as permanent satire material that guarantees viral engagement every single time. And then came the backstage rumor that made everything even uglier. Several entertainment accounts started claiming Meghan was especially furious after hearing whispers that certain writers were allegedly celebrating the online reaction after the broadcast wrapped. Again, none of this is officially confirmed, but the rumor itself exploded because it fed directly into the growing narrative that this wasn't accidental comedy anymore. It felt coordinated, calculated, like the writers knew exactly how explosive the clip would become once royal audiences got hold of it.
She has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant. President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
Donald Trump has had enough of them. He's privately savaged Prince Harry during King Charles's visit to America. Trump remarked to a British visitor when the conversation turned to Harry, "Can you take him back?" Everyone is fed up with the grifters. I mean, Trump has clearly had enough of the woe is me, ginger and whinger.
Did you like it?
I'm gonna come.
What makes the situation even more brutal is the psychological contrast forming publicly around Meghan and Harry lately. Harry still gets framed occasionally as emotional, conflicted, trapped between worlds, but Meghan, the satire keeps becoming more aggressive toward her specifically, and online audiences are noticing it. Some royal commentators are now openly saying she has become the central punchline figure within modern royal comedy culture. That is an unbelievably dramatic shift from where things stood back in 2018. What happens next is where the entire situation reportedly turns from embarrassing into deeply uncomfortable behind the scenes. Because according to new entertainment whispers exploding across Los Angeles gossip circles, Meghan allegedly didn't just see the clip itself. She reportedly saw the audience reaction compilations afterward, frame by frame. Thousands of comments, millions of views, endless reposts. And insiders now claim that was the moment the emotional temperature changed completely inside Montecito, because the internet wasn't debating the joke anymore. People were celebrating it, repeating it, turning it into memes within hours like it had instantly entered pop culture circulation forever. That's the kind of thing public figures never fully recover from emotionally, because it creates something far bigger than one bad night on television. It creates repetition, and repetition is dangerous, especially when it becomes attached to your public identity. Suddenly, every old SNL segment involving Meghan started resurfacing again all at once. Old royal sketches, Oprah-era satire, Harry and Meghan parody clips, even random joke compilations from years ago started climbing back into trending algorithms. It was almost like the May 2026 segment unlocked an avalanche people forgot was sitting there waiting. And according to some royal commentators, that's exactly why the alleged personal leak hit Meghan so hard emotionally, because it suggested the writers weren't simply reacting to headlines anymore. They were building on years of accumulated audience perception intentionally. And then came the whisper that truly pushed this entire story into explosive territory. Several online entertainment accounts began claiming one NBC-connected insider allegedly described Meghan as the safest target in modern celebrity culture right now. That phrase spread like wildfire because people instantly understood what it implied. Not protected, not untouchable. The opposite. A public figure that may mainstream comedy now feels completely comfortable attacking repeatedly because executives allegedly believe the backlash risk is minimal compared to the viral engagement payoff. That realization changes the entire atmosphere around the SNL situation, because once audiences suspect a celebrity has become an acceptable target, the jokes escalate faster, sharper, meaner, more personal. And critics now believe that exact transformation has happened to Meghan over the past 2 years. The public sympathy shield that once protected her after the royal exit drama allegedly doesn't carry the same power anymore inside comedy culture. Instead, she now exists in this strange entertainment zone where every appearance, interview, podcast launch, speech, or business move instantly becomes potential satire material. And the terrifying part for Montecito is that the audience response keeps growing stronger every time. That's reportedly the detail causing the deepest frustration behind the scenes. Not just Colin Jost, not just SNL, the broader shift underneath all of it. Because according to celebrity gossip spaces, Meghan allegedly believed Hollywood media circles would remain largely supportive after leaving the royal family. But instead, what's emerging now feels colder, more cynical, more willing to mock openly than anyone expected back in 2020. Then another layer drops into the story. Rumors suddenly begin circulating that Harry himself was allegedly caught off guard by how brutal the online reaction became after the sketch aired. Not necessarily angry at the joke itself, angry at how normalized the laughter felt. That detail keeps resurfacing across royal discussion channels because viewers noticed something emotionally strange during this entire controversy. Almost nobody defended them publicly in major entertainment spaces afterward. The silence became louder than the backlash. That silence matters, because years ago, a joke like this might have triggered immediate celebrity outrage online. Articles condemning cruelty, famous friends rushing to support Meghan publicly, emotional think pieces dominating social media for days. But this time, the reaction felt different, detached, casual, like audiences had already absorbed Harry and Meghan fully into the same celebrity satire machine that devours everyone else eventually. And insiders reportedly believe Meghan noticed that shift instantly. Now combine all of this with the rise of SNL UK entering the picture at the exact same time, and suddenly the situation becomes even more alarming for the Sussex brand long term. Because now there are allegedly two separate comedy ecosystems feeding off the same royal narratives simultaneously across two continents. American satire, British satire. Different tones, same targets, same recurring references, same viral cycle repeating over and over again. And once that structure locks into place culturally, it becomes almost impossible to reverse. That's why this latest personal leak exploded so violently online, because it confirmed the suspicion many viewers already had quietly building in the background. The jokes are no longer random. The writers know exactly which reactions they're chasing now. They understand which royal names trigger instant audience recognition. They understand the algorithm, the meme culture, the viral replay value. And according to growing speculation online, Meghan Markle allegedly realizes that too now, which leads to the brutal reality forming underneath this entire controversy. 8 years ago, Meghan Markle entered the global stage as a symbol of disruption, glamour, rebellion, and royal transformation. But in 2026, according to the atmosphere now surrounding this SNL firestorm, she risks becoming something completely different inside entertainment culture. A recurring punchline audiences recognize instantly before the joke even finishes landing.